Welcome back to Ascend Legal 101. I'm Ramona, and this is the place we're having hard conversations to help you navigate these changing times. If you'd like more resources for creating strategy, tactics, and for mindset, make sure to subscribe here, or you can access all the ways to stay in touch through the Let's Talk page of our website at ascendlegalrecruiting.com. In this video of our series called Reinventing Your Corporate Culture, we're going to define and declare your values. If you missed previous videos from this series, I'll put a link to the playlist here. In my last video about your hidden or subliminal subculture, we did a quick overview of where we have been, and I'll drop a quick reference for you here as well. In defining your values, we want to make a clear list, and I'll put a link in the description to a PDF I've created. That's a list of values that you can consider. You can work from it. It will get you started. Some of those values might be success, integrity, respect, excellence, freedom, equality, inclusion, happiness, honor, and fun. Here are two important points to consider when you define your values. When you say the word, how does it make you feel? And what does it mean? The actual definition of the word, and also what does it mean to you? Because sometimes that's different. If you're doing this with your team, then it's really important to define what each member of the team means when they declare a value. In a previous video with business coach Tracy Burns called The Bomb-Proof Executive, we talked about defining values, and she goes deeper into that subject in that video, and I'll leave a link to that video here, and I'm going to encourage you to give that a watch. So now you've got your list and your defined values. Now you have to see whether or not you actually practice what you preach. And sometimes you might have to duke it out with your team. For example, do you actually have high safety standards, or are you being kind of righteous and really rulesy? I have spoken with firms where respect is high on the list, but they treat their staff like children. What do you actually do in real life? If diversity and inclusion are on your list, but all the faces around the table are all from the same culture, all the same color, and identify as the same gender, then I would suggest that these are values that are important to you and that you aspire to. But please make note that your actual firm culture does not reflect that. And in terms of your firm culture, that's the goal. The action you take to get some diversity, equity, and inclusion is taking training and hiring some people that are reflective of those values. The key to creating firm culture that reflects the values that you have declared is to take action to get you there. So if equality is included on your list, but equity is not reflected in how your team is paid, then that is a goal you aspire to. So if equality is the value, equity is how you get there, and paying people is the action you take. This way, your values, your words, and your actions are all in integrity or in alignment. What if these values don't reflect your firm culture? Then take action in the direction of that value. What if your personal core values don't align with the firm core values? Then you have some big decisions to make. Please know that I do a very similar exercise with candidates that I'm interviewing. And if their values do not align with the firm's, then I have them think about whether or not that firm is right for them. because they won't be happy and they won't stay. And in the end, that's going to cost you money in the long run. Look, I know that not just reflecting on this, but also taking the necessary action is a big ask. I've had to do this in my own business and in my own life. I've had to make some big, scary, hard changes, and it ain't easy, but it's worth it. Never feels like it at the time, and it won't feel like it will be worth it. But I promise you, in the end, it is. So where are we at? You have a list of values. You've defined those values. You've reflected on whether or not your own actions and behavior reflect those values. You've thought about what action you can take to further align yourself with those values. I know we're focusing this on your firm culture, but I suspect you'll find yourself reflecting on your own life. And I hope that you'll include some of these value exercises in your daily life. I hope you've taken the time to reflect on your core values and whether or not they align with your firm culture. And you've identified what action you're going to take to get in alignment with those values. I'm going to see you in the next video where we're going to talk about generational differences. And until then, know I'm with you all the way. Bye-bye.